Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's DMC, the undefeated, undisputed Pokemon Showdown champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels. And I'm here with another Showdown Sunday. And I have here a Psychic Mono Team. So I haven't done Mono Teams for Showdown Sunday in a couple weeks or so. So I decided to revisit it. This time, we're going to try to predict the future. We're going to get a little psycho. By that I mean we're going to use a Psychic Team. A team full of psychics. Terrible puns. Anyways, just to kind of break down the team just a little bit of my thought process behind it. So obviously, if you watched my last week's Showdown Sunday, I kind of explained to you guys how I kind of make my teams, right? I usually pick like one or two Pokemon and kind of try to build around them. Well, obviously with the Mono Psychic team, I am limited to just Psychic Pokemon in general. But the first thing I have to decide really is what's going to be my Mega Pokemon, because you do get one Mega. I mean, granted, I could use two Pokemon with the Mega Stones, and I can kind of switch between the two, but then you're kind of taking away some utility, an item from another Pokemon, such as if I were to use a Mega Glade and a Mega Gardevoir, I lose the Life Orb, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. So, obviously, the choices are kind of limited. I could use Mega Latios, Mega Latias, which are great Megas. I could use Mega Alakazam, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Glade, Mega Medicham, I think I said Mega Alakazam. I don't think there's any more Psychic Megas beyond those. Oh, Mega Slowbro. I just remembered that one. So you don't get a huge selection. Well, there's like 7 or 8 there. And I decided to go Mega Gardevoir because it can turn into a Fairy type. And first off, Fairy is good against Dark type Pokemon, which is going to be huge for me because obviously one of the big weaknesses for Psychic Pokemon is in fact Dark type Pokemon. So with Gardevoir being Mega, and if I can turn to Mega, I can take out Dark Pokemon teams pretty easily. In fact, I did that in a practice round. I took out an entire Dark team with just Mega Gardevoir alone. So, but then I got to realize, okay, what's Mega Gardevoir's major weaknesses? Well, Poison and Steel. So I bring in the Metagross. He could take those poison attacks for free 99 because he's a Steel type, and he resists Steel types as well. Since he's a Steel type, he'll get the not very effective from the Steel types, which is great. So they kind of have some synergy there. So that's why Metagross, besides the fact that Metagross is just a beast in general, that's why he's on the team for sure. Going the Life Orb, we're going Adamant. We got attack and speed, obviously. Zen Headbutt, Meteor Mash, Earthquake, and then we got Stealth Rocks to kind of set up if we need to. Very effective, obviously, those Stealth Rocks. It can break those Focus Sashes. It can do a little bit of damage that I might need done on some of these Pokemon. And it's going to be very helpful throughout this game here. So then we have Xatu. Xatu's an interesting choice. So obviously, one thing that my team is kind of weak to is ground type moves. And well, I can get Xatu here to resist for free all ground attacks. So that's pretty sweet. And I got some investment HP, so he can take a hit. He's also got Rocky Helmet, so he's going to be taking some hits. I can sit there and stall out a little bit with Roost. The Rocky Helmet is going to be taking some damage if they're physical, doing some physical damage to me. I have U-Turn to kind of check things. I got Grass Knot that gives me a little bit of type coverage with Grass, but also it's heavy Pokemon pretty hard. And of course, Psychic for the stab. So he's pretty interesting. Plus, the Magic Bounce ability is really cool. So if they're going to use something like Toxic, for instance, or Stealth Rocks, I can simply switch into Xatu, predicting that, and bounce it right back to them. So it could be very useful in that way too. So he's an interesting Pokemon, I thought. So he's going to be kind of fun to use. So then we have Victini. Victini, I have a little bit of a weakness to fire Pokemon on Metagross. Plus Victini is just a beast in general. Plus I kind of needed some other physical attacker really. Although I have 3, and you'll see that in a minute. But Victini is very strong. I gave him the Choice Band. He's the only Pokemon on my team with the Choice item. I decided to go all the way with Victini here. We got V-Crate, Bolt Strike, U-Turn, and Trick. Trick, I can switch out a Pokemon that might want to set up on me and kind of screw them over. Or against a wall even, something like a Chansey. If it has Soft Boil and a Seismic Toss, I trick it, it's stuck in a Seismic Toss, it can no longer heal. Or if it switches out and it switches back, it can only use Heal. So he's going to have some issues there. It's going to be harder to stall with a Pokemon like that. Obviously, V-Crate's going to be hitting hard. And then I can switch out because it lowers my stats. We have Bolt Strike for great type coverage. And then U-Turn again. I got 2 U-Turns on this team that I can kind of switch around and switch out to a new Pokemon. Then we have Hoopa. Hoopa is so powerful. And he's Psychic and Dark type because I'm using the Unbound version here. and he's obviously got special attack out the wazoo. Nasty Plot, if I can set up, he can sweep pretty easily. Psyshock, Dark Pulse, Focus Blast. I went with Psyshock simply because I went Psychic on this round. I decided, okay, well, if I have Psyshock, I can get around special defenses if they're expecting that. Dark Pulse, obviously, is another stab move, and it's good type coverage for me. And then Focus Blast is great because I might have some issues against some normal teams, but it's kind of a popular team to run in monotypes is the normals, which is where Gallade comes in as well. So nothing more to really say about that besides Gallade is simply in here to help me with normal teams because there's a lot of normal teams, and I'm going to need someone that can really take them out. He can sweep as well. He's got Sword Dance, Close Combat, Zen Headbutt, and Knockoff. I can get rid of some items as well. So if I'm going against an Eviolite, something or another, I can get rid of that Eviolite. I can get rid of Leftovers. I can get rid of Rocky Helmets. I can get rid of whatever I want with this guy right here. So guys, that's my Psychic team. Go ahead and hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you think about this team so far. And let's go ahead and get into the game. So as the protocol, the status quo of these videos here every week, every Sunday on Showdown Sunday, we do 3 matches at least. If they happen to go by really quickly, we do 5. So we get anywhere between 3 or 5 matches here. So we'll see what happens here. I like to do an odd number, so it's you come out either being ahead or behind as far as a win ratio go. So we're going against a Poison team, which benefits me pretty greatly. Although that doesn't mean they can't win. You can definitely beat your opposing types here. So I'm actually going to start with Metagross and see where they go. So they got Beedrill. It's probably a Mega Beedrill. I'm simply going to hit Stealth Rocks here. Go ahead and start that timer up. He's going to go for the U-turn. So obviously he's going to depend on U-turn and do a lot of damage to my Psychic Pokemon, which is a good strategy on his part. But I am interested to see, so he's going to bring out the Weezing. I'm actually going to bring out my my Pokemon damage calculator. Like I say every week, my damage calculator is a great resource if you're playing competitive Pokemon. You can kind of check, what kind of moves a typical build will go, or how much damage your attack should do. Will it knock it out? Will it not knock it out? So I want to go ahead. He's going to use U-turn again, I think, if I was a betting man. So I think Victini, or do I just take it on the head? I think I'm just going to take it. Let him use U-turn me. He's going to keep switching in and out the Beedrill here, I think, and that's going to be kind of a problem. But I get to see what he brings out first, so that is a benefit. And with Stealth Rocks, he's not going to have as an easy time for that, so he might go for Sticky Web. Ariados is an interesting Pokemon, usually used as a kind of a support Pokemon, right, with Toxic Spikes and Sticky Webs. He's a Bug Poison type. I think... debate on who I want to bring out here. I think I'm going to bring out Gallade. And I'm going to go for Zen Headbutt. I don't think I need to go for Swords Dance necessarily, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So here comes the Beedrill once again. And the U-turn's probably going to knock me out, but I do have a chance of living. So I'm just going to simply Zen Headbutt again, and he goes ahead and gets the U-turn off. Now Beedrill's not going to be able to do this too much because of the Stealth Rocks, which is very useful for me. So here comes the Tentacruel. I think Gardevoir, I'm going to need him for Drapion perhaps. So I'm going to go ahead and keep him in there. I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Zatu here. I'm going to simply Psychic. So he's going to get rid of my rocks actually, which is huge for him. Sucks for me. And this thing is actually, looks like he could take a couple hits here. Goes for the Scald. Gets the burn. Are you kidding me? When we get the Psychic off here, I'm simply just going to go for it again. So Mega Beedrill is going to be a huge problem for me. Without the Stealth Rocks, it takes away a bit of my my plan here. Now the question is, does he switch back into Beedrill already? No, he's going to bring out the Drapion actually, which means I could get an attack off on this thing. I could try Roosting, He's probably going to Sucker Punch or Pursuit. Okay, so he expected to switch. I'm not going to switch it out. Not much I can really do there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Gardevoir. And I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and hit Hyper Voice. So you know Hyper Voice is a normal move. When he Mega Evolves, that's Pixelate, which turns all normal moves into Fairy moves and increases the amount of damage they do by 0.13, I believe. So here's the Hyper Voice. Does a tremendous amount of damage. It is neutral, but obviously with Psychic attacks, it can't quite hit him. So here comes the Beedrill. I'm going to go for Psyshock. I might be able to live a U-turn here. It goes for Poison Jab. Alright, so he's done U-turning. No more U-turning for him, he says. I got to go for Victini here. I'm going for V-Create. I lived the U-turn, but he's going to bring out a big bad Nidoking. This is actually very troubling. I think at this point, see, Mega Beedrill's speed is 427. I don't outspeed him at all. If I switch, Hoopa dies in one hit. I'm switching. Hoopa's not going to outspeed him anyways. He's going to die to one U-turn. He's, times 4 effective against him. So Victini, with all the power he's got, V-Create, I might be able to live an attack. We'll see. This is going to come down to the wire. The Poison Jab takes me out. So well played on his part. Good game. It came down to the wire. And Mega Beedrill proving to be quite effective. So that U-turn strategy, I didn't think about the Rapid Spin on Tentacruel. Maybe I should have. Maybe there could have been something I could have done. So now we're going against a Dark Team. Our opposition here. Just kind of a problem. He could start off with Tyranitar to set up some rocks. I'm going to switch and I'm going to start with Metagross. He's going to start Scrafty. He's probably a Dragon Dance variant, if I were to guess. Let me think. He's probably going to go for Dragon Dance. Earthquake is only going to do about 25%. Meteor Mash is going to do about 50%. I'm going to go for Meteor Mash. I can't go for Zen Headbutt, obviously, because of his Dark typing. So he's going to go for Dragon Dance, as expected. I simply have to go for Meteor Mash again. Hopefully I can live an attack and knock him out. That's kind of my plan here. But obviously he's going to be faster than me now with the Dragon Dance. Let's see what he does, though. So he goes for the Drain Punch, gets a critical hit, going to get a lot of health back, but we're actually going to knock him out, so that's pretty huge for me. So we got rid of the Scrafty here. I have a feeling he might bring in something with Sucker Punch. Hydreigon. Let's see. I think I'd go for Stealth Rocks. So I can go for... Okay, he's got Flamethrower. So he's probably outspeeds me anyways, but either way, I'm not going to knock him out. So, Alright, this is where Gardevoir is going to come in handy, hopefully. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and I'm going to hit Hyper Voice, which will be a Fairy-type move. He's going to switch action to Drapion, but that's perfectly fine with me. So here comes the Hyper Voice. Does not knock him out like I was hoping it would. So now I got some issues here. I got to do some calculations here. Because I cannot afford to lose Gardevoir here. So he might be faster than me. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I don't know if he's faster than me or not, but I am going to go for it. He's going to go for a poison move, I'd imagine. Poison Jab. I am faster than him. Okay. By base stats, I am faster. It looks like. I should be faster by about 10. But that doesn't mean he didn't have an item or he was timid or something, because I don't know. Whew, it was close, though. It was close. So now we got Bisharp, Dark Steel type. So another Pokemon that's going to be an issue for me here. Again, let me just check something out here. So, if he goes for Iron Head, he's going to knock me out. I should be faster. Hyper Voice should knock him out. 6%. Goes for Home Claws. Huh. Bold strategy. I'm going to goes for Sucker Punch. That's fine. We live it because we are neutral to it. So we got rid of him. That's that Bisharp there. That's going to be huge for us. So now Hydreigion's going to knock us out. That's fine. It is what it is. So he's going to U-turn. So we're going to be able to see what he brings out. So here comes the Absol. Hoopa could do the work here. His Sucker Punch will be neutral. I'm going to simply Focus Blast. It's a Mega Absol. Here's a Sucker Punch. Here goes the Focus Blast. It does hit it and knocks him out. That's huge for me. That's huge. So Hoopa coming in big there for us. So now here comes Hydreigon once again. It's probably going to be faster than us. Switching out's not going to do us any good, so I'm just going to let him do it. So here comes the Tyranitar. Oh boy. Let's go for that close combat, baby. I should be faster than him, and he's not sashed, okay? Has a Rocky Helmet, okay. So he did quite a bit of damage to us there. The thing is, he's probably going to Sucker Punch. What can I do? I have an idea. So he goes for the U-turn, actually. I'm actually going to go for Trick. He's already banded, isn't he? He's Scarfed. So he loses. I'm pretty sure he just loses here. So I'm just going to go for U-turn. See what he does here. I get the U-turn off, and I can just switch it. I'm just going to bring out Xatu here. Goes for U-turn. So, my Rocky Helmet's going to come in big here. I can simply just keep roosting. I'm just going to Psychic, though. Here comes the U-turn. My Rocky Helmet's going to go off. Here's the Psychic. Oh, he's immune. Duh. that was dumb on my part. Good game. I didn't even think about that. So I'm going to Roost. And I'll go for U-turn, which is probably what I should have done to begin with. And that's game. So we're 1-1. We lost against a team that we should have the advantage over. And then we won against a team that had the advantage over us as far as typing goes, which is kind of funny. So now we're going against a Ghost team, which has the advantage, so to speak. Excuse me. I'm going to start with Metagross. So he's got Miss Magius. Could be a nasty plotter, which is a bit of an issue. Meteor Mash or Zen Headbutt should do a lot of damage. I'm going to go for Meteor Mash. He could go for a Will-O-Wisp. He could go for HP Ground. He goes for the Taunt, so I'm perfectly fine with my decision there. And we're going to take out the Miss Magius. Curious. So here comes the Cofagrius. So you could have Trick Room. Could go for a Shadow Ball here. Chances are it will not knock us out. We're not going to do a whole lot of damage against him with anything we have, it looks like. Meteor Mash is going to do about 50%. is it worth switching out for, and if so, to what? Shadow Ball is going to do a lot of damage to whatever I switch in. I don't think it's worth keeping him just in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Meteor Mash. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. Okay. I'm going to keep going for the Meteor Mash here. Goes for the Hex. He's going to take us out. I'm going to switch into Hoopa. And simply just go for Dark Pulse here. So now here comes Chandelure, which chances are is going to be faster than us. So let me check something. I know he's probably Scarfed. Most of them usually are. I don't think Ava's attacks will knock us out in one hit. But Dark Pulse will. So we're going to go and go for it. So he goes for the Flamethrower, doesn't get the burn, we get the Dark Pulse, and Chandelure is eliminated. Hoopa put it in the work for us, and he forfeits. So we're 2-1. We're 2-1. Doing great time. So you know we're going to go ahead and do the 5 matches this week. So we're going to do 2 more here. So we're going to get a Dark Team yet again. I can't see 2 of his Pokemon. You can see him over here. So he's got Sableye, which is probably what he'll start off with. I can start off with Gardevoir, because that's going to be my best bet. Good luck to you, man. Good luck. Whoops. Good luck. I didn't mean the GG. I meant good luck. Sorry, Gemini Knight. I'm not that douchey. So let me go ahead and hit that timer there. I definitely didn't mean GG there, but I'm in a good position. So here's Drapion, actually, which is worst case scenario for me against Gardevoir. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and switch into Metagross and backtrack a little bit. Goes for the Poison Jab, which is what I would have went for as well. Might as well at that point. Now, I could have Knockoff, which would be somewhat problematic for me. I could just go for Meteor Mash, or I could step Stealth Rocks. I'm going to step the Stealth Rocks. Goes for the Knockoff. Does quite a bit of damage. Takes off my Life Orb. Boy. I'm just going to let him knock me out. Goes for the Toxic Spikes, actually. There's the Meteor Mash. He must have expected the switch out. Will they go for the other Toxic Spike, though? Maybe. I'm going to risk it. We'll make a risky play. If it goes for that Toxic Spike, I can bounce it back. And I do. So there goes. So now we get Toxic Spikes up as well, which is kind of cool. I could go for U-turn here. Or Grass Knot, for that matter. In fact, let me just check something out real fast. So U-turn is not going to do a lot of damage. I don't know how much Grass Knot does. About 40, about the same amount, so not a whole lot. So I could U-turn. Goes for the knockoff. He's going to take off our Rocky Helmet, but he's going to get hit in the process. Go for the U-turn. We're going to do a little bit of damage. He also has a Rocky Helmet. What's his speed looking like? He's up 317. I don't think anything faster than that, truth be told. I could go into Metagross again. Oh boy. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I think I'm going to sacrifice Metagross at this point. Let him knock it out. He might go for the other Toxic Spike instead. He might find that to be more valuable. I outspeed him. What? How did I outspeed him? Okay, I'm not going to complain, but it's a lot. A little odd. So here comes Hydreigon. I'm just going to go for the Meteor Mash here. We get a crit. We're getting some hacks here today. I'm sorry, Gemini Knight. We're getting some hacks here. The crit probably did matter, honestly. Although I did have that 1.5, he's probably going to go for Sucker Punch. But I'm just going to go for Earthquake. So there's a Sucker Punch. He's going to knock out Metagross. Oh boy. I'm just going to go to Victini. And I'm going to go for V-Create. He could switch out, but nothing really was to take a V-Create. We take out the Bisharp. Take a little poison damage from the Toxic Spike. So here comes Absol, and it's probably a Mega Absol. Let's see something here. He could have Swords Dance. And he could predict the switch out and go for Swords Dance. I could go for V-Create again. Although I am much slower, he could just go for Sucker Punch and knock us out. Or he could just go for Knockoff. I'm just going to go for the V-Create, see what he does. He goes for Protect. He's scouting out to see what we do. I'm just going to sacrifice him. I can't really risk the Knockoff on any of my Pokemon here. So there's a Sucker Punch. That's fine. So now we bring in the Gardevoir. Bring in the Gardevoir. We're going to Mega Evolve. And we're going to go for Hyper Voice. Goes for Mega Horn. And we're going to get that Hyper Voice off and knock him out. Now, I should be able to outspeed any of these Pokemon unless they have a Scarf. At least I think. Yeah, we should be able to outspeed this, so I should be able to get one Hyper Voice off. I stand corrected. Let's see. Psychic Dark type. Oh boy. I mean, I could throw in my own Hoopa. I don't know if that's a good idea, though. I want to bring out Gallade. Could go for Knockoff. This is actually kind of a problem for me here. I'm not sure if he's Spec'd. Could be. Could be Spec'd. Could have a choice item on him. Close combat should knock him out. If I can hit him. Yeah, I figured that'd probably be the case. So, Hyperspace Fury is going to take us down. And at this point, it's going to come down, if we are tied in speed, a speed draw. So Dark Pulse doesn't do too much. Psychic, obviously. Focus Blast should be the move I do here, I think. So here comes Hyperspace Fury, and he just knocks us out again. So wow. Put in the work on us. Now that just leaves a Xatu. I think that's game. Good game, Gemini Knight. Wow, so we're 2-2. So this one decides it if we go positive or negative here. So we're going against a normal team, which is always fun. And I use the word fun a little loosely. Let's see, Metagross. You can start off with Smeargle or Ditto. I'm going to start off with Metagross. So here comes the Smeargle. And he's probably going to set some stuff up, actually. He could go for an Explosion. I'm going to go for Xatu here. Tailwind. So it switches out to Staraptor. We get a Psychic off. Okay. Alright, Zatu's not going to want to stay in here. In fact, I don't think anything I have is going to want to go against this guy. I'm just going to switch into Metagross and see what he does. Goes for the Brave Bird. I resist it. He's going to take a little bit of damage here. Doesn't show a Life Orb or Lefties. Probably is a choice time, so he probably is going to go for Brave Bird again. I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks. He may switch. He may just go for the Brave Bird again. But I'm just going to throw the Stealth Rocks down. He's really thinking about what he wants to do here. Has 90 seconds left. And of course, if he just DCs or disconnects, I'll cut to that point, of course. We'll see. He switches out to Ditto. It's going to transform. Which means he may go for the Stealth Rocks on his own, or might go for Earthquake. So he goes for Earthquake. I should have switched to Xatu. I was thinking about it. Now here comes Victini. Now I don't think he's going to want to stay in against Victini. He may just simply switch. I could go for a U-turn, but I'm just going to go for V-Create because I don't think anything he brings in is going to want to take a V-Create freely. So I might just be able to take this guy out. That should be faster. So he switches into Porygon 2 here. That should be quicker, so I'm just going to go for it again here when we take him out. So I'm probably going to switch out now at this point. We get rid of Porygon. So here comes Little Punny. Maybe going for a Fake Out. I'm going to switch into Xatu since I have the Rocky Helmet. Goes for the Facade, actually. Gets a crit. We're going to get that Rocky Helmet off. Bit of an issue for me. He's definitely faster than I am. I'm going to go for Roost. Hopefully I live an attack here. And I don't. I didn't think I was going to, but just in case. Could go into Victini. I think Gallade might be able to survive an attack here. And I can go for Zen Headbutt. We'll see, though. He may switch, he may not. And since he doesn't know if I have a Mega Gardevoir, he may think I might go Mega here. He might speculate that and switch out in fear of that. I don't know. So here's the Facade, and I'm going to get the Zen Headbutt off, and I knock him out, so that's good. Little Punny is gone, and that's a huge threat out of the way. So here comes the Ditto. Here's the Ditto. So now I got to make a decision here. My Zen Headbutt might knock him out. He goes for knockoff and he knocks us out. So that's that. Oh boy. I have to go Noopa, I think. Just in case he's scarfed. Knockoff's going to hurt, but we'll be able to live it, I think. But what attack should I go for? I'm just doing some calculations real quick. Psyshock should knock him out. Takes away our life orb. With the life orb gone, we actually don't knock him out. So we got rid of his. We get rid of his scarf. We stole it. So that's kind of cool. All right, cool. I actually didn't know that's what his ability did. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read his ability. So that must be his ability. That's kind of cool. Just he's still his item. Dang. So now we're gonna be pretty quick. So he's obviously thinking about what he wants to do here. He could switch. Could switch. And he's just going to take it on the nose. Probably the best bet, honestly. Not worth risking any of these other cats. Oh, man. This is coming down to the wire. And I kind of need to keep Poop up for Chansey. So here comes a Star Raptor. Now with the Scarf, I should be quicker. He has Quick Attack. Well, can't outspeed that. That's a bit of an issue, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We go for Hyper Voice here. We're going to Mega. He's going to outspeed us, of course, but we're going to be able to knock him out. And now it's Smeargle, Chansey. Now here comes the Chansey. I could Will-O-Wisp. But he's probably Natural Cure. I could Calm Mind. He's probably just going to Seismic Toss us, though, or Thunder Wave us. I could switch to Victini and Trick and then switch back out. I think I'm going to do Victini here. I'm going to do the Trick. Get rid of his Eviolite. And he goes for the Thunder Wave. Goes for Stealth Rocks. We're going to Trick here. We're going to get rid of his Eviolite. So now he's stuck on Stealth Rocks, which means he has to switch into Smeargle. I'm going to go and V-Create. Oh, I guess he got to pick his attack afterwards. So I'm just going to go for V-Create again. So he's stuck in the Seismic Toss. And, of course, Repair. That's fine. He switches out into Smeargle, going to hit with the Stealth Rocks. Here comes a V-Create, and we're going to take out the Smeargle. He forfeits, and that's game, guys. Wow. Ooh, that was a tough matchup. I think that Trick came in clutch there. Glad I gave him Trick to begin with. Now, something I guess I need to note, if you guys didn't know, I didn't really think about this, but when I Trick, if I go last, he gets to pick his attack anyways with the ban, which is not a big deal with the Seismic Toss there. I think I had that pretty much well won there. It was really low, 15%. I don't think there's anything he can do at this point, but good game, Jake. But yeah, guys, 3-2, not bad. Not bad. We had some rough games there. But it was a lot of fun. You know, maybe this team could be a little bit better. Maybe Zachu's not the best choice. But I just wanted to mess around with Magic Bounce a little bit. I thought it'd be a little fun to bounce back some Stealth Rocks. Or, hey, it came in clutch that one match. We got the Toxic over there. Wasn't really that big of a clutch move. Probably not, but it was kind of cool to do. You know, funny thing is, at first, I made this team because I wanted to make a team with Starmie in it. Because I caught a sweet Starmie in Pokemon Go. And I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't used Starmie in a long time. Let's use Starmie. And then as I was making my team and playing games, I realized that Starmie just wasn't that great on my team. So I had to switch it out for something. And I decided Gallade was the option here to take out some normal types. Glade was pretty decent. He did some work for us there, not a lot of work. I think maybe if I had a little bit more of a defensive core in here somewhere, I couldn't really find one. Maybe if I use Latios or both. I just didn't want to use those this time around because I feel like they're just a little bit too powerful. I say that as I'm using a Hoopa Unbound, but still, I don't want to use too many Ubers. But anyways, guys, that was this week's Showdown Sunday. Like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe for more. Follow me at Twitter at DanielGorsic. All those are obviously in the link in the description below. If you have a suggestion for the team you want to see me use next week, let me know. Or if you have a specific tier you want me to play, you want to play another model type, what kind of type would you like me to see me use? You want to see me do some more Little Cups, some PU, some NU, RU, UU, OU, Ubers? I haven't done one on either of these yet. You guys want to see me do some random battles one day? Just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll probably do it. Anyways, guys, I am the Maverick Mark Daniels, and until next time, I bid you a farewell. Peace and one love.